to save money by doing things yourself. But when it comes to lunch in Yates Center, Kansas, you're much better off leaving it to Franny. Everyone wonders how she does it.
Yeah, like that. Cool.
She plans her week's menu around grocery store sales and stocks up when she gets a good price. She buys big quantities.
I need a
Mom, I really need this thing for my project. I think it'll make it a lot better.
As long as the food won't spoil before you get to it. And most importantly,
What do you want?
I need you to drive me down to Pioneer Square today. Please?
Okay, 3 o'clock. No, 3:15, 3 o'clock, okay?
Yeah.
Well, here in the home, we see a couple different devices that have been incorporated. A little wall panel display, which, based on the icons down at the bottom, can be used to manage security, temperature, different lighting scenarios. And here, it's being done for lighting, and you can pick the particular activity you're going to go engage in and have all the lights the way that you want them. Over at the TV set, we saw that whenever you stop watching a show, you have a choice that you can come back and watch the rest of it later. You're no longer tied down to the particular schedule where that show comes out on. So it's not just movies, it's also music, any type of show, educational video, anything you want to do, you're in control. So we saw the last little minute of the late night show, and then we moved over and saw the personalized menu that has been set up for this user. Now, what she's done is said the show she's likes and the things she does very often, and put those onto her home page. And you can see that these different icons light up when a new show comes in. In fact, if you get behind multiple episodes, you could even have a count of the number of episodes that you haven't seen there. We had a special Oprah show there, and there was a chance, you may not have caught it, a little icon where you had a chance to send in a message and tell your story about meeting people in cyberspace. So here we're showing the kind of control that an individual will have over this system of setting it up so they only have to pay attention to what they're interested in. Next, as we got into the CBS News show, we saw how a producer of a show could use this flexibility. And so we worked with CBS to come up with some examples of how they would use buttons that you might click to go into depth on a particular story. Here we have things like the weather. Some people are really nuts hearing about the weather. Personally, I find it somewhat repetitious, and I'd rather skip over it. But there it is, it's an option. Take an area like sports. You might want to hear a lot more about your favorite sport, or just skip over the sports that you don't really care about. So it's the creators of the news information who have a lot of control in terms of giving you those buttons as well. Then over in the kitchen, we had Jackson browsing around out on the net trying to get his homework done at the last minute. And when he started out, he went up to essentially the library to find out about pre-Columbian art. And in fact, he traversed a lot of links in his exploration here. He went up to the local university, University of Washington. He went out to Library of Congress. And then he linked over and got down to a museum in Mexico, the Museo Nacional, that specializes in pre-Columbian art. Now we see here an ancestor of one of today's popular politicians, Ross Perot, and that's why it's called the Peru family. And so he's going to be interested in finding out where he can get a reproduction that's something like this. Now, out on the network, there will be all sorts of third-party services to help you find what you want. You'll be able to get referrals from your friends. You'll have people that are the equivalent of Consumer Reports writing things up. You can hear from buyers of the similar product what they thought about it. All sorts of ways to be directed to what goes on. So in a sense, we're taking the very mechanism of the marketplace, the matching of buyers and sellers, and making it far more efficient. In this case, Jackson was choosing the proximity. How far was he willing to go? How much was he willing to pay? How similar did it have to be before he'd be interested in a particular choice? And it found for him a gallery down in downtown Seattle that he's going to be interested in going and buying a reproduction from. So let's go see what happens when he goes down there.
Go.
Let me get this. Here we go.
What is it?
Our dead friend, Rivera.
Yeah?
Guy was a smuggler. He was supposed to meet an FBI agent this morning. He was going to flip on his boss.
But somebody got to him first.
We better call DEA and see what they got.
Later. Let's check it out.
All right.
Then I'll handle the new shipment.
Oh, I'll take care of it.
Customs. Exquisite, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's all part of a collection of hundreds.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All authorized reproductions, of course. We can print any of them right here or download anything in the collection to your wall display at home.
Well, actually, I'm not the one doing the shopping today. It's my son. Jackson?
It was a little lighter and yours kind of come out.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
I saw it in the directory.
Here's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it. That's perfect.
Terrific.
Unfortunately, I sold my last one almost a week ago.
Oh.
It's hard to keep these things in stock.
Look, there wasn't time, okay? I had to handle it alone. Does the word discretion mean anything to you?
It's very important. It's for a school project. Could you refer us perhaps somewhere else?
Listen, I think we got a new shipment in this morning. Can't promise anything.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Thank you. Put that back before the door.
He's gonna love it.
I thought I did what you wanted.
What you thought doesn't matter. What matters is that your little escapade was all over the morning news shows.
That'll be it?
Yeah, thanks. Mom? He's a little more than I expected. Could you squirt me a 20?
You're running a deficit here. You realize that?
Mom, I swear you can trust me this time.
I hope you get an A.
Yeah, me too.
Be careful, please.
Limbs. Did you take one of the new pieces?
I just sold it.
You